Hello everybody, Enigma here again. I know I'm kind of late with the story, but I just wanted to wait a few days, well it's been a week now, to discuss the shooting in Paso, Texas and Dayton, Ohio. Wanted to get a little more facts about the two mass shootings. The issue of mental health does not apply in this case, and I'll get into this about both of these killers. Both of these killers had plans of what they were going to do, and they set out to do it, so I don't understand why anybody would bring up mental illness in this case. It's not like these guys just woke up one day and decided to go shoot up a Walmart or go shoot up a nightclub. Both of these guys had motives, and they had opportunity, and they had plans, detailed plans of what they wanted to do and what their mindsets were. Now I'm going to start off with the El Paso shooter, Patrick Crusius, and his manifesto. And he made some very distinct points in his manifesto. He hated the immigrant population. He hated the influx of immigrants coming into the United States, but not only the United States, but also in Europe. Crusius said that nonviolence was no longer an option in eliminating the immigrant problem, and I'm paraphrasing here, I'm not saying his exact words, but he planned it out, he determined where these soft targets were, and then he set out to do this. This is not the mindset of somebody who's temporarily insane. He was cognitive of his own actions, therefore we can't call this guy insane or mentally ill. Crusius also believed that the Hispanic population would someday take over the Texas government, not only the Texas government, but the United States government in whole, and he had to stop this. And by labeling this temporary insanity, it minimizes the horrific act that he carried out. I don't want to get into party politics, he had a right-wing view, but that doesn't matter, that's not really a point here. Now let me get over to the Dayton, Ohio killer, Connor Betts. He was obsessed with mass shootings and violence in general. I have to say with this guy, maybe he was just a little bit on the psychopath side, but in general though, he still had a plan to do what he did, even though he was a sick maniac, who has a rape list. And this guy killed his own sister. Luckily, Dayton put this guy down. They did it the right way. They put this fucker down. He still managed to kill 8 people, but the police acted as quickly as they could. They put the shooter down. This guy's obsession with killing people went all the way back to him, followed him back when he was in school. People saw this behavior. People knew about this guy. With people like this, just because somebody said they're going to do something, we can't just react to that. They can't go and lock the guy up for just saying something, we have to see what he's going to do. Like in the movie Minority Report, that we can see crimes, what people think about doing crimes, and then we arrest them before they do the crime. Wow, that would be something if we could do it. No, that's not the reality that we live in. This guy, he was a left-wing socialist, member of Antifa. This is something the mainstream media waited all this time to tell the public. And to me, like I said about Crusius, it doesn't matter. People want to pit left against right. Both of these guys are just flat out murder. This is not mental illness. This is not mental illness. No mental illness. This was premeditated. Now let's talk about the real issue, the elephant in the room. Come on in and let's get to it. This is domestic terrorism. Domestic terrorism. And we should be talking about this more. This is the real issue, not gun laws, not mental illness, because we can make all the gun laws in the world. The gun laws will only affect law-abiding citizens. If a person who wants to get a gun illegally, they're still going to acquire their gun illegally. We can't confiscate people's guns. People have a right to own guns. We have a Second Amendment right. And I agree with the Second Amendment right. We should be allowed to protect our homes and our families, period. I'm sorry. The gun laws would not have prevented this. Dayton, the police acted as quickly as they could, and he still managed to kill 8 people. These things are just going to happen. There's no way to prevent this, but Doing mental illness background checks, yeah, that's fine and good, but how solid are these tests though? I mean, are people able to beat these mental illness tests? I think some people might be able to do this. Somebody could be sane to buy a gun, and then 2 years down the road, they might become a jihad, might become to some homegrown terrorist group and decide to go kill people, after they bought the gun. So the mental illness route isn't gonna work either. We shouldn't make any more crazy laws. We have enough crazy laws on the books that are not even being enforced. So you tell me, well, you guys, that's the story. Let me know what you think. Is this a mental health issue? I'm saying no, it isn't. Should we make tougher gun laws? And I'm gonna say no. It's not gonna change anything. If a person wants to acquire an illegal weapon, they will. They can bypass the law. You can buy gun parts and build a gun in certain states. That's the way it is. Well, you guys, like, share, and subscribe. Once again, this is Eddie Enigma. You have been enigmified, and I will see you in the next one. Deuces. Sorry, this is not a mental illness issue, and I'm not going to give these guys an out by saying this.